All right, example 8, an alternative strategy, the mortgage option. Example 6 is take a 30-year loan at 5%, but try to pay it off in 15 years by making larger payments than required. To carry out this plan, how much would you have to pay each month? Discuss the pros and cons of each strategy. So what you're wanting to do here is we're going to keep this 5% loan, but we're going to set the years at 15. So what we're doing here is we're going to set the years at 15. And so that would allow us to, try to pay it off quicker. The quicker you pay it off, the less interest you have. So the payments, see if we could do this, is the principal here 100,000. Okay. And then obviously kind of your houses now, by the way, a little bit pricier now than that. So you have to this kind of gets magnified even more, like the amount of interest and all that gets magnified even more whenever you go look at higher prices. 1 minus 1 plus the APR, which is 0.05, divided by n, which is 12, to the power of negative 12 times y. Y is the number of years. We're going to make it 15 because what we want to do is we want to pay this off early. So we're going to try to pay it off early if we can. All right. And then 1 minus, and then 1 plus 0.05 divided by 12 into the power of negative 12 times 15. And so you get this divided by that, $790.79. So I guess what you would want to do here, discuss the pros and cons of the strategy. Obviously, this is more expensive. So I think your cons are going to be, it's more expensive. Let's go back to example 6 and see how that monthly payment was. That monthly payment, example 6, the monthly payment, well, this is a $536.82. That's how much so the example 6 monthly was $536.82. Okay, so a couple things you would want to see. One, you could compare the prices. It's like 790.79. The first thing you would do, and it's all about budget. It's all about what you have in your budget, what you can afford. Okay, so you have to evaluate that first. Different people are going to have different answers to this question, but a pro for the 30 year or the 30 year is that, I guess a pro for 30 year is that it's $253.97 cheaper each month. Now, obviously, the next step you'd want to see is the big thing. I think if you're going the 15 route, paid off quicker, is you're wanting to pay less interest. So that's going to be your next step. That's going to be kind of where I'd look at my next argument. And notice, recall back here that I did 536. I'll write this down. So for the 30-year loan, the 30-year total cost, well, I'm just going to write down the answer here, was $193,255.20. So that was your total cost. Okay. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do the 15-year total cost. And you're going to see, hopefully, your purpose in doing the 15-year is you're cutting down on interest, the interest that you're having to pay. So times 12 times 15. Okay, 790.79 times 12 times 15. So you're paying 142,342.2. So you would compare the total. So the total is going to be 193,255.20 minus 142,342.20, and that's going to give me 193,255.2 minus this gives you 50,913. So a pro for the 15-year is you pay $50,913 less in interest. So it's one of those things. It's you've got to go and look and see what you can afford. Okay, you got to look and see what you can afford, but you notice that on this that there sometimes we have to go with the cheaper payment because that's what we can afford. But if you kind of get some money saved up, you can make bigger down payments, you can pay it off faster. Faster you could do that, the less interest you're paying, and that's money you could save and put in your pocket. So it's got to evaluate, depends on the person.